What's up, everybody? Just want to make a quick video about being safe in Medellin. I did make one about the fact that I haven't been drugged in Medellin, and I'm thankful for that, but it's not like I haven't made mistakes that could have got me drugged. But I just want to say that the things that guys do, like what I saw the other day, a guy down in El Centro on his phone using his translator talking to a woman. And that's one of those things that lets people know, look, I don't know the language. Guys walking around with shorts on in the middle of the week, lets them know it's a gringo. Certain things like that with the dreads and the hats and all of this kind of stuff that they wear to show that they are or you are not part of the culture. So ultimately, the best thing to do is try to blend in, number one. Number two, make sure that if you have somebody, if you want to meet somebody, if you're meeting up with somebody, make sure that you meet up with a friend that you are with and not just meet up with this young lady by yourself, especially somebody off of Tinder and Facebook and all of that kind of stuff. My experience is that I got robbed in Cartagena because some women that were familiar women on the street, so they didn't drug me because they would have got caught because Cartagena is so small. But they came to the apartment, went in the room, took the passport while I wasn't paying attention, and then next thing I know, I had to get it back. But some dirty cops helped me get it back, so that's neither here nor there right now. But and then even here one time I left my phone in the cab to run and use the ATM, and the cab driver took off. That's another thing you can do. When you get in the cab, take a picture of the placard and make sure you upload it to the cloud. That way somebody knows exactly at least one part of your travel. Try to stay in places that aren't like El Poblado. You don't want to go walking a lot of different places in the dark in El Poblado. People get robbed out there. You don't want to bring women home from the street, really. You really don't want to do that by yourself without a friend at the apartment or at the place where you're staying at your hotel or whatever. Hotels are normally safer because they had to bring some ID and check in and all of that kind of stuff. But if you're staying in an Airbnb where there's no check-in process and no security, do not bring a young lady back there from the street that you did not know previously. You know what I'm saying? Then number three, besides not making yourself look obvious, besides not using your translator in the middle of the street, besides not bringing women home that you haven't met or met on Tinder, you know, stuff like that. Number four, just stay sharp and stay frosty. I spend a lot of time in places. I've learned the language. I stay in places that are with locals because I don't want to be I don't be with a bunch of people in the United States. I ain't come down here to be around a bunch of people from the United States. So I learned the language and I spent a lot of time around people down here. So after they see you so much, they think you're from here because they see you. They don't even know you can't even speak the language the way they do. But my goal is to actually speak the way they do. That's why when I talk to her, she talks to me, I tell her don't slow it down, talk normal. And I'm like, because her daggone 2-year-old is starting to talk better than me. I'm like, that's some bullshit. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. So that's another thing too. Try to establish real relationships, and then that way when you're going out and going places and enjoying yourself, you're not just out there hunting and pecking and looking and shit like that. You're actually just out like one of them. You don't see them getting drugged. You know what I mean? So try to think about establishing real relationships. But if you are out here mongering and doing all that kind of shit, just do some basic rules. Don't make yourself a target. Stay from El Centro. You know, go to the concerts and stuff like that where you're safe and you don't have to worry about it. But if you're going to be out in the street hunting and stuff like that, if you can't speak the language, don't go by yourself, but at the same time, don't go with a pack. There shouldn't be more than 2 people walking together, and don't be looking around with your phones and pointing and looking at all that kind of shit. Act like you. My goal, what I say is, I walk like I'm looking for somebody to owe me money. So when I'm walking down the street in El Centro, when I used to go down there in the beginning, I would always walk, even if I wanted to look around and shit, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna be looking around like this is my first time down this bitch. Even though the dudes that are going, like the people that live in Medellin would walk and be looking and shit, but I'm like, no, they're gonna think I own one of these barbershops or some shit like that while I'm walking down there. And I just go down there and get my hair cut mostly now, buy shirts and shit like that, but I don't be going down there trapping. But you know, when the guys are gonna be coming down there, but when you coming down in packs of 4 and 5 and 6 like that, you're a target. When you come down with shorts on and your dreads and all that kind of stuff, you're a target. And everybody think they tough until they fucking wake up with all this shit missing. So yeah, just be safe out here. You know what I mean? Take a picture of your big taxi placard when you get in a taxi and stuff like that. Do not go home by yourself with a woman. Watch what you wear and try to wear normal clothes that they wear down here. Don't be trying to be all fancy and shit. Definitely don't be wearing no jewelry and stuff like that. And then just be careful who you bring home. Try to bring home another dude in the house. And then talk to other dudes, you know what I mean? Get off of Tinder and Facebook and all that kind of bullshit. If you want to meet regular women, most of the time, Columbia Cupid, I know people have had success on that, but it's been with mature women, not with these young chicks. Try to stick around. If you want to get with women, you're going to probably want to get with women closer to your age. The young ones, they're going they are who they are. You know what I mean? You will be able to get with young women all day, any day, but it's just shit to deal with. You would rather try to get into something with somebody that's gonna, be real with you and shit like that. But there's a lot of people out here that don't have a lot, and they're out here to get what they can get. And so when you come down here to get what you want to get, sometimes you get got. And I just hope the best for everybody. Be safe. Don't just don't whatever you do not stop keeping your eyes open. Be frosty. Stay sharp. And peace, everybody. And